Michael here, GR Flooring. Now, this video is the updated version of laminate versus luxury vinyl. Now, the first version we did of this was very successful. A lot of people liked it, and I really appreciate the views and everything. But we had some issue with the sound, whereas if you hold the phone one way she worked, the other way she did not work. The sound was not coming out of the one side here. So this is the new version, the updated version thereof. So like I said, this is to discuss about laminate flooring and luxury vinyl flooring. Now, first of all, what is laminate? What is luxury vinyl? So laminate is simply a floating floor. Now it's a wood particle or wood core to it with a picture of wood or tile on top and a nice durable surface. Luxury vinyl is pretty similar. Now, luxury vinyl is available in a couple of different forms. First of all is a glue down. This is most of what we do. It's actually a loose lay, but we glue it down. So again, it's a core, only this core is vinyl versus a wood. And then they have the floating versions as well, where again, some kind of core, vinyl, stone plastics. But again, both of the luxury vinyls and the laminates have a picture of wood or tile on top with some kind of core to it. Now, laminate flooring has been very big in the flooring industry for many years now for a few great reasons. First of all, really easy to install. Now, like I said, this is a floating floor. So this is one of those snap together, slot A, slot B, click it together, keep moving on with it. The pros to it are, again, so easy to install. The other thing is durability. Now, of course, durability is the ability to withstand wear. Now, laminate has a very hard surface to it. It's actually, most of them have aluminum oxide, which is the fourth hardest substance known to man, on there. So it's very scratch resistant. So if you have pets, if you have lots of furniture, still need protectors, but it is less chance of damaging the floor. Okay? Now, the downside to laminate is that because there is that wood particle to the core, it's actually sawdust with different glues and polymers. It is not water. It's not great with water. Okay, so some of them out there do have some submersion guarantees and some moisture guarantees, which we'll actually get to later on this week, as some of the tests that we've done have not been great with it. So rule of thumb, very, very durable, easy to install, inexpensive, but not so great with moisture. And lastly, as a con, it's not so easy to repair. Now, like we said, it's very durable. It can resist a lot. But say you drop something very heavy or you pull a big chair across without a protector and it gouges into it. Okay, so what do? Obviously, change the board. With a click together with a floating floor like that, you have to take off your baseboards, unclick all the boards up to it, change that board, click it all back, put your baseboards back on, do whatever paint touch-ups, if necessary, onto the wall, and you're back to square one. Everything's all good. Then there are the luxury vinyls. So first of all, the click luxury vinyls. As I said, same idea, same installation, pretty much the same cost. The two main differences between the click together vinyls and the laminates are that the downside, let's go to the downside of the luxury vinyl to the laminate. The downside to the luxury vinyl clicks is that it is not as scratch resistant. Okay, it's not a hard surface. It's actually a vinyl on top there. So they're still very durable, still last for many, many years to come. But for scratching, they will scratch easier. The benefit to it, though, is that it is waterproof. You know, the vinyl cores, the stone plastic cores, they are waterproof. So the floor, doesn't matter what you spill on it, doesn't matter what happens to it, the floor is fine. Of course, underneath the floor, the subfloor, if you have a wooden subfloor like OSB or plywood, that isn't waterproof. So if you spill lots and it gets to the drywall underneath, you still have problems, but the floor itself is fine. Okay? Otherwise, same things. Just as easy to install as laminate, and just as much of a pain in the patushka to change a board should there be some damage to the floor. Then there is what we call the loose lay or the glue down luxury vinyls. So this here is a really, really thick, solid vinyl, same visual. The big thing with this is, again, the negative to it to a laminate, it is more susceptible to scratches. It scratches easier than the hard surface laminate does. The good side to it, though, is easily repaired. So the glues that we use for these are actually what we call a pressure-sensitive adhesive. Right now the glue we're using is the Shaw 5100. Now, the beauty of that is when you're installing these floors, you spread the glue over the subfloor, you let it dry, you let it flash over. So it's still tacky, but you can walk on it. So you glue it out, leave it sit for an hour, come back and start laying down the boards. So you're not working with wet glue, you're not going to get it everywhere, it's really simple to work with. So simple to install, neat. But like I said, the benefit comes really into play when we start changing boards. So when/if you gouge one of these planks out, instead of having to undo the baseboard, unclicking all these floors, putting all the stuff back, these are activated with heat. So you take a heat gun or a hairdryer just takes a lot longer, and you heat up the boards. So as soon as the surface temperature gets to 95, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere in there, the glue lets go. So you literally peel up this plank, because it's not tongue and groove, they're just boards sitting beside each other. You just peel it up, throw it away, and drop a new one down. If you install it properly the first time, you don't even need to add more glue. It's literally peel up, put it down, roll it back into place, and all is good in the world. So like I said, all three are pretty darn reasonable price-wise. Laminate is the most scratch-resistant, but worse with water. The luxury vinyl click systems are great with water, still have the issues with scratching, still have the issues with repairability. Whereas the 5mm loose lay is sort of best of all worlds. Great looks, great durability, not as scratch resistant as laminate, but so much easier to repair if there ever is anything that happens to your floor. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and thank you very much for watching.